What's up, children? How's it going? I hope all is well. I hope you can hear the stream properly because never know with my setup. Oh boy, a lot happened the last past week. I haven't streamed since the last weekend. What happened? Start of the builds. Got some thoughts about the Elimination Chamber and all that. Had a Stardom show, a big one happened in Stardom. I'll talk all about that. Even talk about Rain Leverkusen, how apparently she's signed with WWE. I think this is massive news, bigger news than people think. I think she's going to be. Anyway, hope all is well. Do me a favor, hit like, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and let's talk about Mania first. I want to talk about WrestleMania builds. Why? Usually because they tend to focus on the top story, well, what they perceive to be the top story, was usually the world title picture for the men. Last year it was what? And Cody. Death feud. And everything else is pretty much given crumbs, not too much to think about, not too much to enjoy. I remember last year, I believe it was the Chamber. After the Chamber, Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, and Io Sky, they had the same segment over and over every week. We thought we wouldn't notice. Literally, the same segment was run every week. Three of them would be in the ring. Two would argue. Io would get ignored, slap them or whatever. It was the same thing over and over again. Because I believe they're not only spread thin, but let's be honest, creative ain't that great to begin with. You get mediocre builds. I doubt that's going to change this time around. But the part-timer Roman Reigns has won the Royal Rumble. Had a very good segment on Raw. But now he's off to go be with his kids, and be a part-timer, which means people like Finn Balor have to carry the time between now and Roman's return, which means Finn Balor is in a filler feud. So between now and between now and Mania, have a Rumble that was okay, leading to Mania, but now during that time you have a filler feud. A filler feud doesn't have shit to do with Mania, which is kind of unfortunate for Balor, but at the same time, Finn Balor is usually not doing much anyway, so this is probably good for him, but it's a filler feud. A filler feud between now and Mania. And then right now for the women, Liv Morgan, she won the Rumble, and now she's kind of like pretending to be having this, thinking about what she wants to do with that challenge. Is it going to be Jade Cargill or is it going to be Stephanie? We all know it's going to be Stephanie, but they're wasting time. They're dragging it out. How long do they drag it out? I don't know. I'll probably just announce it on Monday. But the point is, they're struggling, and they're always struggling every year. This is what I would do. I believe they should shorten the time between the Rumble. Right now, Rumble to Mania is 2 months and change. That's too much for them. It's too much. It should be a month and a half. They should move the Rumble up a month, move the Chamber up a month. So Rumble would be late February, and Chamber would be late March. Okay, shorten the time, because if I have to sit through these repeat segments over and over every week, I'm going to lose it. And quite frankly, I think that's what we're going to get. We're going to get ass, boring, bland builds, especially with Roman, because he won't be there. And I'm thinking it out loud. I'm thinking we should probably just shorten the time. Again, Rumble, late February, Chamber, late March. Now that means Chamber would probably be like 3 weeks before Mania. That's fine. I'll take that. After that, than watching these boring ass segments that aren't very interesting. They're clearly just rinse and repeat. Have to waste time until Mania. That's my solution. Just shorten the gap. You don't have the creative juice. You don't have the creative minds to figure it out. So I'm fearful that for the next, 2.5 months, we're going to be getting some boring ass storytelling. I mean, Becky Lynch, I would assume her match is AJ. I assume that's the match. Where's AJ Lee? Becky gonna be feuding with Natalya. Getting filler, Phil in the filler, Finn. Phil, filler, Finn. That's funny. That's a filler. I don't know what's gonna happen with Jay Cargill's opponent. That's scaring me. Charlotte or Tiffany. That build's gonna be boring and bland. So what often happens is we get bad builds, then the matches are great, and we forget about how bad the builds were. For example, Io, Bianca, Rhea, great match, talk of the town. People forget that build was very, very disappointing. As long as the match is good, we won't care ultimately, but that doesn't mean I'm looking forward to the next. I'm not. Gonna be Tiffany? Probably. I would assume it's going to be Tiffany, but hey, maybe they'll throw a curveball. Charlotte Flair will win the chamber. Most recent interview, Roman said he felt 25, trying to build the best of the best. So in my mind, shorten the gap, but that's not going to happen anytime soon. So yeah, just sit back, relax, and enjoy the mundane, repetitive build. Hopefully I'm wrong, but I doubt it. Charlotte and Rhea and Jade will be worse than Tiffany Jade. Ultimately, these builds aren't going to be that great. I mean, I don't know what Rhea Ripley Io is going to get. I assume the twins will be competing for the tag titles. Some people think that Rhea Ripley and Io will drop the belt next week. Drop it on SmackDown to Lash and Nia Jax. I don't think so, but we'll see. Can you do Stardom pay-per-view review later on? I'm gonna have plenty to say about Stardom later on. We already saw Tiffany and Jade. Sure, but Tiffany and Jade never got a proper match because we never actually got heel Jade versus Tiffany face 100%. Tiffany was injured when they faced each other last time. So we haven't gotten a proper one-on-one without any hindrance, without any injuries. So we'll see. I'll not be surprised one bit if they run Tiffany Jade. Yeah. Could it be Charlotte Jade? Maybe, but I think Tiffany is your best bet, your more likely bet, but we'll see. So yeah, Rumble season, leading into Mania season, the builds aren't great. Honestly, think Tiffany and Jade is yeah, okay, I just realized my freaking chat wasn't pulled down. Honestly, I think Tiffany and Jade is a lock because Tiffany didn't speak on Jade the first SmackDown she came back. Right, that was very interesting, right? Tiffany didn't bring up Jade at all. She talked about Mania. I want my Mania spot. I want my Mania spotlight. But she didn't address the fact that Jade took her out. Jade injured her and took her belt. Probably because they don't want to step on Jordynne Grace's shoes. By the way, that's official for next week. For this week, on Friday, Jordynne Grace will face Jade Cargill. That'll have the internet talking. Hopefully they do well. I'll give them 15 minutes and see if they can make it happen. Sink or swim. They'll probably get around 8 to 10. Hey, she's a champion. Let's see what she can do. Oh, babying Jade Cargill. Give them 15 minutes. He can swim. Sink or swim, and whatever happens, happens. Mania card is going to be a disaster based on hype alone. What do you mean? I mean, nobody's hyped for the card. I mean, if you're getting Liv, Lacaire, Jade, Tiffy, Cody, Roman, that'll get people talking, right? Cody Roman, not Cody Roman, CM Punk Roman, Cody Drew, probably Sammy Trick, some tag match for the women. Is it super exciting right now? No, but you know why it's like that? No storyline is that compelling right now. There's no story that is that compelling. Folks were getting all hot and bothered by the CM Punk Roman Reigns exchange on Raw. But CM Punk Roman Reigns kind of sells itself. Promo was good, but Roman Reigns is a part-timer. The story ain't gonna be that great. At least for next month, because Roman Reigns won't be there. So there isn't any storyline, a blood feud, or like any type of rivalry that is exciting. There's no Bianca Becky here, where Bianca had that redemption storyline. It's not here. But yeah, it's going to feel kind of lackluster because the names aren't attached to storylines. So that's going to be an unfortunate situation. Gunther, Rey Mysterio is probably another run right there, or either Gunther, Rey Mysterio, or Gunther, Brock, or you do Brock, Oba. I do think you're getting Trick, Sammy. But yeah, these matches are kind of like ho hum, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay, let's take a break from discussing these Mania builds. Let's talk Reign Leverkusen. Okay, so this chick, supposedly, according to Fightful, has signed with WWE. This is a massive deal. She was the MVP at the summer tryouts. UK, she is a good worker in ring. She's a taller girl, 5'7", and it's all important because Triple H likes taller girls. I mean, as like he likes booking taller girls. Okay, and you go look at Stephanie McMahon's height. Okay, what I'm saying is he likes the bigger girls. She's a metalhead. He loves metal. She is the perfect type of chick that Triple H likes. She can go. She can talk on the mic. And I think she's going to be a massive star for NXT. I'll be shocked. Not about, I said this on Twitter. The question is not, is she going to be a star? The question is, how big of a star is she going to be? I am projecting that she's going to be like a, potentially the face of NXT. Like almost like a Joe Hendry takeover kind of thing. Because she's that charismatic. She has all the tools in the box. She has everything you need to be a superstar. And she knows it. And she's been preparing herself for this moment. There's been interviews of her talking about how she wanted to make sure before she got into WWE or before she got to a tryout, she wanted to have the look. She wanted to have the mic skills. WWE where she wanted to be. So she built herself up to be someone who WWE would be interested in from a marketing standpoint and from a promo standpoint. And I think she's a can't miss talent. This is a huge get. For all the women in the UK right now, even if you're talking, I'm call Ryo or Dani Luna or all these chicks over there right now, I think she's the biggest get because I think she had the most upside from a WWE standpoint, from what they want to look for. Star power, from a presence, from a promo package, in-ring standpoint. She is what you want. I don't know why my Chrome isn't popping up. Let me see something real quick. Let me see why. Oh, here it is. She's a full package, and I think she's going to be great. No doubt in my mind. So, she will definitely bypass Evolve. I don't want to see her in Evolve. That's not happening. She'll go straight to NXT. It's going to be over right away. Right away. Someone has to free Dani Luna. She is probably going to be TNA champ soon. I think she was going to before her visa got messed up. I do believe she's probably going to be Lee. Who knows? So you're looking forward to Reign Leverkusen. I saw her wrestle in for Sendai Girls recently. Did a good job there. Just the full package. She can work her ass off. She can. Looking forward to her reign. What did there? Reign. Yeah, she's great. She's gonna be a big star right away. Right away. Okay. So, oh, by the way, speaking of NXT and being a star, NXT has more than justified its existence. I said this time and time again. If you are at the top of NXT, you are featured well, are better off than the people who are in the mid card on the main roster. Saw it with Obafemi and how he came up already a star with the crowd support, knowing his chance. They know him already because, spoiler alert, if you're somebody who's buying tickets to a WWE show, considering how high the ticket prices are, you're watching NXT. Okay, this is whole idea that fans in the crowd may not know the NXT talent. If you're buying tickets to WWE, you're watching NXT. You're a fan. Okay, so that's why Oba, Trick, Javon Evans, all these talents come up over and popular because they've been watching NXT. So if you're in NXT and you're hot and you're popular and people like you, you have a chance, you're going to be great on the main roster. I think she is going to be a big star in NXT. But when she comes up to main roster, she's going to be over. That's what the evidence tells us, okay? Get over in NXT, be at the top, be featured. You'll be great when it comes to main roster call-up. You're going to be set because they're going to know you. That's obvious and clear right now. It's clear. Now, if you're in NXT and you're not being featured, not popular, and you're not being on TV, well, that's different, right? But if you're at the top of NXT, better off than the mid card on the main roster. That much is clear. Clear. Rhea, Gunther, Io, Liv are Triple H's darlings. Look how protected Cody is. Didn't even put over Drew clean. What's the problem here? I feel like I'm missing a conversation. Rhea, Hogan, Liv Morgan are being protected. Triple H got a weird obsession with them. Well, to be fair, Rhea Ripley and Io Sky are stars. They are popular. They should be protected. They're two of the best they have in the entire division. So I don't really see an issue with it. I'm assuming might be someone who is a Julia fan and you're upset she got pinned. Maybe. Where's she from? Her name? Rain Leverkusen? She's from the UK. From the UK, from London. Fun fact, her uncle was the legit drummer for Iron Maiden. So it's in her blood. It's not a gimmick. She loves metal. She loves this type of vibe. So she's authentic. You're going to get over very quickly. And I think she's great. Great. I think she's going to be a big star. So great for WWE for realizing that and jumping on her right away because she's going to be massive. Going to be massive in NXT. For sure. Really think Triple Bald is going to let her take away from Rhea Ripley's gimmick? Take away from. Hey, this is lazy thinking. I'm afraid I have to say this. You think that this is Rhea Ripley's gimmick? I love metal. I'm from the 80s. Rhea Ripley is a goth who. This isn't even her gimmick. Rhea Ripley's gimmick was more. I don't even want to say what it is, what I thought it was originally with Dominic Mysterio. Okay, but this is not Rhea Ripley's gimmick. You don't see Rhea Ripley going around talking about metal. The metal, what they call her? The metal maiden of metal? What did it call? Main Leverkusen. What's her nickname? I think it's the Maiden of. Not the same. Yeah, that's what it is. The Maiden of Metal. It's not the same. Okay? It's not the same. Not her gimmick. Rhea Ripley, the it's not the same. She'll be fine. They're different gimmicks. I assure you. Rhea's more goth metal visually, but she's not walking around talking about metal. Anyway, it's different. It's not the same. Okay, not the same. She'll be fine. Okay. Okay, let's talk about the Chamber. This past Friday, we saw a good triple threat match, I thought, between Chelsea, Lash, and Tiffany. And of course, Tiffany won. Now, I thought, this is kind of weird. I thought with the performance that Lash Legend had, I was sure that she's going to be put in the Chamber. Eliminated Charlotte Flair at the Rumble, eliminated Io Sky, she eliminated the Twins. Well, okay. Even Jordan Grace, I'm okay. She's going to be pushed for the Chamber. Apparently not, because she lost that. Right? Had a good showing, but ultimately Tiffany got in, that's obvious she's going to get in. Once I saw that matchup, okay, Lash is out because they're going to put Tiffany in. Now for next week, we see another match set. I believe it is Julia Alexa Bliss. And who's the third person? Oh yeah, Zelina Vega. Some of the Julia stands went crazy and thought, oh my God, gotta put Julia in. No, I don't think that's going to happen. I think you're going to get Alexa Bliss going forward. Julia will be fine. I hope that they focus more on her reign, giving her an opponent, but who's there to face Julia right now? Gordon Grace mixed up with Jade. I don't know. But I do believe Alexa Bliss will be getting the push here, which is fine. There's going to be Tiffany, Alexa, and you're going to have Alexa in. You can't have Charlotte not in. Charlotte Flair has never been in the Chamber. But ultimately, the three from SmackDown will be, I think, Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair, Tiffany. You saw in the Rumble, Tiffany got that little had a little face off with Charlotte Flair. Maybe they're like leaning into that little moment. I think you're gonna get Tiffany, Charlotte. For the men, who knows? Because that has not been set yet. Randy Orton won his qualifying match, of course. I think Randy will be a heel in short order. I saw that segment between Randy Orton and Aleister Black. Well, Black almost like when he says something that kind of like gave me the sense he's referencing that Randy Orton was missing a part of him. That is maybe the edgier heel side. I think they're teasing the Randy Orton heel turn here coming up soon. I'm of the belief that Randy Orton was the one that attacked Jacob Fatu. So I believe we'll be seeing Randy Orton maybe turning heel in the Chamber. Especially if you're going to do Randy versus Jacob Fatu, Randy to be a heel. So I wouldn't be surprised if Randy turns heel soon. Now, when it comes to the next match, it's going to be Cody, Jacob, Sami. So they load up these matches because they don't want certain people to get into the Chamber. So they put them up against the obvious choice to just knock them out. So Sami's going to be out here, right? I think Jacob will be out. I'll be surprised if Cody did not go to the Chamber, considering his whole rah-rah speech about getting. So Cody's going to win this match. Jacob, you're out. Sami, you're out. Unless there's a last chance match, which I doubt there is. It'll be 3 from SmackDown and 3 from Raw. Unless the third match is the last chance match. Hence, because it's going to be there's going to be 4 losers technically. I guess the last one could be a fatal four way. Two losers from the two triple threat matches, I guess. Who knows? Breaker looks weak now. Um, at the Rumble he did on Raw, he looked okay. I think Breaker will be fine. I do believe we're getting the Breaker Seth storyline at Mania. Breaker ultimately will be fine, but I will agree that I don't love the booking for him. I would have loved to see him in the actual Rumble. Then maybe have whoever that masked person was, whoever the hooded figure was, have him then eliminate Braun Breaker later on in the Rumble. I don't understand the rush to get him out of there. I don't understand that. That was kind of weird. So I think Cody wins this one. SmackDown looking like what? Cody, Randy. Then depending on what they do with the third match, is a last chance match or another triple threat. I'd be what? Priest versus Royce Keys versus someone else? I don't know. Jacob is going to beat Cody's ass before he goes into the chamber, and Cody's going to Super Cena it and win it anyway. Well, Jacob thinks Drew attacked him. I wonder when that's going to play out. I want to say the chamber, but I'm not sure. Guys, at some point, it needs to be known Jacob, Drew didn't do it. When is that going to happen? I'm curious. I don't know. But at some point, it needs to be clear, hey, Drew didn't do it. We don't know the Raw qualifiers yet. I agree, we don't. I don't know why they're wasting time. They're probably waiting until like tonight. Probably when Scrap Daddy himself comes out and says, "Hey, these are the matches for Raw." Those would be interesting because I think that Raw is less predictable. That'd be interesting to see. Oh, but what's the story on him? Before him? Well, let's see what's happening right now. Right now, he just come down and beating up people. He was eliminated by Brock. So maybe you do Brock Oba. That's the only one I can actually see happening right now. Because Brock is on the. Remember, he's on the Mania ads. He has a Mania ad. So if Brock is not going to face Gunther will be facing Rey Mysterio. Then I think it will be Oba Brock. Like who else? That's the match. Brock eliminated him. They had the face off at the Rumble. But yeah, Oba Brock. And hopefully Oba will retire Brock, so we don't have to see him anymore. All right, Brock. Oba Mello. I don't think that's happening. Who's to say? Who's to say? I don't know. But Brock has a Mania ad. So what's his match? What's his match? Might as well be what I say. So the chamber's kind of up in the air in terms of the participants. I'll say I still think Tiffany wins. For the men, it'll probably be Cody Rhodes because I do believe it'll be Cody Drew. So Cody has to win the chamber. Jacob will be dealing with whoever attacked him. Hopefully that's Randy. And yeah. Now the trick get in. Never got the hype around Mello. What John say? He's a great wrestler. Get in the ring. He is a star, you know. I think they will say Randy attacked Drew after Cody went. Randy attacked Jacob. Maybe there'll be some video evidence. Yeah, you meant Jacob. I got you. Royce Keys should be the person that attacked Jacob Fatu. I don't hate that idea. Here's my question. What is Randy doing at the Mania? You know he's going to have a match. You know Randy's going to have a match. So if Randy's not going to be facing Jacob for 2, who is he going to face? I think Royce will face Damian Priest in some form or fashion. That seemed like a Priest feud. Royce Keys, Priest, you know? Or maybe Royce Keys will get in like a multi-man match with Mello for the U.S. title. But I think Royce, Damian Priest makes a little bit more to me rather than Royce Jacob. I could be wrong. Multi-man match for U.S. title at Mania. Yeah, I like that storyline. I like that idea. Tiffany Jade Part 31. Only like Part 5 or 6. But again, this will be the first time healthy Tiffany as a face versus healthy Jade as a heel. That's never happened before. Remember, Tiffany was injured when she faced SmackDown. Right. I agree, King. I agree. They don't give a shit about how many times the match happened. If it's something they want to see, they're invested in Tiffany. If they're invested in Jade, that's the match you're going to get. Y'all not going to buy tickets? And when I say y'all, I don't mean people in the chat, but tickets are going to be sold regardless. What do they care? You're gonna boycott Mania? No. That's a reality of the situation, folks. Ultimately, it doesn't matter what we think online. Those tickets will sell. Show will go on. And it's been proven as long as the match is good. Now, if the match is bad, it'll be a talking point. But if Jade Tiffany is good, they're not going to care that you saw it again. Oh, good. It was a banger. Look at that. It was a banger. Okay. So, all in all, I'm worried about the Mania build, Chamber build, after Mania, which is the Mania build. But ultimately, as long as the matches are good, history tells me you're not going to care. Not going to care. Okay. We'll get back to Chamber and Mania if you want. After Mania is fine. They got King of the Ring built to do. What I do like about this year, they've structured it so that the Money in the Bank is after SummerSlam, which is smart. So now you have Rumble, Chamber, Mania, King and Queen of the Ring, SummerSlam, then Money in the Bank. So you have these matches that have stakes, these qualifying matches that have stakes throughout the year. These are more even. Usually between SummerSlam and War Games, the storylines could be kind of lacking, but now you have some actual stakes. Those Money in the Bank qualifying matches now are between SummerSlam and War Games, so you have some actual matches with some stakes, which is always needed. Always better to have stakes in your matches. Royce Keys could be Cody Rhodes' bodyguard. I don't always love the bodyguard angle. And if Cody's a heel, then that makes more sense. Okay, let's talk a little bit about what happened over in Japan. Stardom. So if you don't know, this past weekend, it was a very big show. Okay, it was what's the name of that Stardom show? What was it? Stardom Supreme Fight. Stardom Supreme Fight. And it was how do I say this? It was a show. My biggest problem with Stardom right now, and probably the entire Joshi Pro scene, lack of storytelling, the lack of character arcs and narrative that is interesting. Right now, it's all about in-ring matches and name value, and that's pretty much it. Where do I even begin with this card? You had Kanan teaming up with Brie Priestley for some reason. I mean, they explained it at some point, but I don't understand what's going on there. I mean, Hanan had a title reign in the tag division with Saya Ida. Why is she not tagging with her anymore? Saya went on to do other things, and now I'm looking at Hanan teaming up with Brie Priestley. I thought she was supposed to be the face of Stardom going forward. I thought she was supposed to replace Mayu Iwatani. That's not happening. Of course, they lost, and rightfully so. I don't know why I'm watching tag match. I don't know why I'm watching Ruaka and Nazuko Tora taking on Brie Priestley and Hanan. I don't understand why I'm seeing that. Then you had what was probably the best storyline heading into this damn show was a freaking kawaii storyline. Who's the cutest? Like what? You have Aya Sakura taking on Maki Ito, and the question is, who's the cutest? And they have this fake belt. It is cute, it's funny, it's all fine and dandy, but that's a top storyline going into the show. A kawaii match. And then Maki Ito won, and rightfully so. Okay. Then I'm looking at Konami taking on Amisori, and that's a fine match. I gave Konami a hard time before. She's doing fine. The reign is fine. But I'm getting tired of this heel team that is hate. I'm getting tired of watching the same shenanigans over and over again. Very, very predictable. Very, very cut and paste. You have the babyface gains momentum, run to the rope, they grab her feet, pull her out, then they go out there. The heel, this time Konami, grabs the face, toss her into the toss her into the chairs, then grabs her again, toss her into the other stairs. I keep saying stairs, chairs, not stairs, the chairs. I'm like, I'm getting sick and tired of this faction. The match is fine. Her reign is fine. I'm not going to give her a hard time today, but it's just like, I'm not moved. And then you have, which happens for every damn title match, it seems. The new challenger walks up. I'm like, why should I care about you walking up to challenge the champion? Why is Hina coming up here? Is it because Rina got a chance? Is that how it works? When one twin gets a chance, the next twin gets a chance. Rina didn't beat Konami, but I'm supposed to believe that Hina will. I'm not excited. And then, of course, you have the main event between Starlight Kid and Sai Kamatani, which is, of course, going to be great. And they try to hype up that storyline by having Saya take off her mask, but not even that shocking, because not the first time it happened. Suzuki did it, and I think Suzuki did it better than she did. The match is great, of course, because they're two great wrestlers. There's a real fluky moment that happened in the match where Saya got her finger dislocated and it's gnarly as hell. Finished the match. Kudos to her. She's a warrior. She's great. She's appreciated. She's amazing. I love Saya Kamatani. But the build story ain't that great. And when you know the outcome is for sure, we know Saya not dropping that belt anytime soon. Oftentimes, this could be better. Okay, so here's Saya's finger dislocated, gnarly as hell. This happened mid-air. Thought it happened on the landing, but not on the landing. It happened mid-air. She dislocated her finger. I think what happened was she went up, then her finger or her hand jammed against Starlight Kid's body somehow. But you can see she gets injured during the move in the air. She comes down and rolls already in pain. So yeah, it happened in the air. Unfortunate. How long will she be out? Who knows? But first of all, I want to say the match is great. Great match. That was going to be a given. Two amazing talents in the ring. But I'm just not understanding why Yoshi Pro and Stardom in particular aren't focusing on telling stories. I don't understand. And then to piss me off even more, You have after the match, who comes out? Is it Azumi? Is it someone exciting? Like, I don't know, Sari? No, it's Sayaka Kurara, who she beat last year. I'm like, why are you trying to make Sayaka a thing? I'm sorry. Okay, I know I give her a hard time sometimes. She's growing on me. Sayaka is growing on me. She is endearing. She's likable. I get it. But what are we doing here? Why am I watching Saya Kamatani, poor Saya with a freaking dislocated finger, being approached by Sayaka? Why is it happening? Explain it to me. The woman got pinned on the very show we're talking about. On the very show, she got pinned. I'm like, what? Like, someone on Twitter told me they believe Sayaka is being pushed to be like the next Mayu. Excuse me? In what world? In what stratosphere are you pushing Sayaka Kurara to be like the next pillar of Stardom? I don't understand it. Okay, help me understand. Booker sucks. I agree. Taro Okada is garbage. Hina gives me Kendall Gray vibes with her submission moveset. Why people like her? Why people like her? I think she's gonna beat Konami, no, but fine. She's a promising young talent. I think her twin sister is better than her, but whatever. We'll see what she does against Konami. Whatever. I can deal with that. I can deal with Hina challenging Konami. Whatever. But why is Sayaka Kurara stepping up to Saya Kamatani? He lost last year. They wasted the Cinderella tournament on her last year. She won the Cinderella tournament. Here's a tournament. She won the Cinderella tournament last year. That went nowhere. She lost to Saya. And I'm like, why is she approaching her this year? Stardom has a booking problem. Sorry to tell you the truth, but the Taro Okada, his booking isn't great. I will say I appreciate Saya Kamatani. She is carrying that promotion. And honestly, they can just point and laugh at me because right now, attendance is up, tension is up. They're arguably more popular than ever, mostly because of the work of this woman right here. Saya is carrying that promotion to new heights. But as a fan watching, can only be honest. Honest truth that the promotion storytelling is not great. I think the story they're trying to tell with Sayaka is that she feels like Cosmic Angels is not gaining a lot of momentum. Sure, and she wants the group to step up and be a group again. Wasn't that the storyline last year, kind of? Only last year she was kind of trying to avenge Ham. But it's kind of the same thing. Like, there's better options. I mean, we just watched freaking Natsupoi. We watched her lose. She's a better option, but they already did that storyline. Why would I get behind Sayaka Kurara to win against Saya Kamatani when Natsupoi couldn't even do it? Look at this Cosmic Angels. Make sure I don't get this wrong. I mean, Tori Ano failed. Natsupoi failed. Give me somebody well, we just did a freaking, I'm going to say give me somebody from Neon Genesis, but we just did that with good. Maybe they're just screwed. Maybe that's a realization. They're just screwed right now. Because they're doing the same people over again. I don't know. Give me somebody from a different promotion. I don't know. Give me a freelancer. Something else. Just did that. They just did this. Not interested. No. Psych. Yeah. Give me a freelancer. Give me a freelancer. Give me. Hell, I'll take Unagi Sayaka. I'll take her. Give me that. Give me something else other than what they should do. Break up that damn faction. Break up hate. And then give me can't do Rena because Rena just lost to. They're screwed. Maybe they're screwed. Maybe they're just screwed. Or you do right by Azumi that they took away her belt to give it to gave it to Saya for the sake of her MVP campaign, right? So give Azumi another crack at Saya. Reward her for screwing her out of her New Japan strong belt. How about that? I guess they don't want to do another person from that same faction again. Could have did this Starlight Kid. That's it, but guys, it's not good enough. Not. Look at Neo Genesis again. Give me May Sarah. There you go. Give me May Sarah. I'll take that. Why not have her? You have random challenges out of nowhere anyway. It's all random. There's no rhyme or reason. So give me May Sarah taking on Saya. I'll take that over Sayaka. I'm sorry. Give me May. Saya needs to drop the belt. That ain't happening anytime soon. You need to hire Road Dogg. Probably better than Taro Okada. He probably try stuff at least. He reports that Iconics might go to AW. I didn't see that at all. That's interesting. I thought, no disrespect to Iconics, but I thought that's where the best wrestle. He's signing anybody, right? He's signing all the talent. I don't know. We'll see. So that's my thoughts on Stardom show, okay? Good wrestling. Well, the main event was good. Always going to be good wrestling. But it's missing some storyline funk, some storyline juice, okay? So I'm saying, what was the last good Stardom story? I could be nice and say be against hate, but that's more about how the crowd was reacting to Spree, not so much the Taro Okada thing. It goes back to Tam Saya. That was solid. That was good. But it took Tam actually retiring. Legitimate retirement storyline for it to be good. So yeah. Taro Okada is somewhat the booking random matches, and like I think even Tony Khan's a better storyteller than Taro right now. Harley Cameron's a tag team champ. That was never true. AEW is thinking by signing the Iconics. Now, speaking of Stardom talent, I tweeted, I think a couple of days ago, or yesterday maybe, I do believe Azumi and Shuri will be in AEW long term. I just get that kind of vibe. I don't have any real evidence beyond the vibe I'm getting. Always trying to work AEW. They're working with Eve Wrestling, which is the promotion that Will Ospreay head of creative over there. So they're constantly in the presence of AEW talent, like Will Ospreay. So I would not be surprised if Shuri and Azumi end up in AEW. Maybe I'm wrong, but it's feel like AEW talent. Those two in particular. But hey, I'd be happy to be wrong, but That's where I feel it's headed. Me, Shuri, I feel like they're going to be in AW. But who knows? Who knows? Talk about what? Oh, the Eve Pro, the Eve show. That show that Will Ospreay working to put together is loaded. As a loaded card, I'm seeing. They've got Shuri on there. They got Azumi. They've got Sapphire Reed. They've got Willow Nightingale. Got Yamashita. Got Amy Hayter. They've got Dash. I mean, the card ridiculous. Wrestle Queendom. Eve. It is a great card. Shuri was supposed to be more AW stuff. I don't know what happened. I think she got injured, her elbow maybe. I don't know. I think that's what it was. Yeah, but the card's great. Good for them. Loaded card. March 8th, Sunday. It's a lot of good matches, a lot of good stuff going on. I saw somebody say, "Oh, that means Will Ospreay the great booker." No, he's easy to take good wrestlers and put them in a match. Not telling stories. He's booking a show. Not hard. If I can take one good wrestler, put him up against another good wrestler, it's not any talent or creative juice right there. Matchmaking. All it is matchmaking. Who cares? Matchmaking. Wish WWE did that. Yeah, I'm a story guy. So I prefer not to say the stories have been good. I prefer the storylines take more of the attention for the creative team. But it is what it is. I mean, I prefer story over just putting good people in the ring. But in the absence of good storytelling, give me the Hoopers. Give me a Hooper versus Hooper. I agree. They should be telling good stories. No excuse. Io Sky has wrestled more matches for WWE than Stardom. That's an interesting stat. Interesting stat. I'll give you that. Usually this account posting on. I agree. That's a solid stat. Okay. Any questions about anything? Thoughts on AW signing all the Bullet Club War Dogs? They want a bloated roster, so give them a bloated roster. I don't care. They can sign who they want to sign. I mean, AW should sign Styles next. Good luck. They should probably try. See what he says. See what he says. There was a Sendai Girls show that I'm missing. I didn't watch. Oops. Stardom announced attendance record in Osaka. They're breaking records. Who am I to complain? Who am I to complain about the storytelling? Sai Kamatani product is breaking records. What can I say? AW has about 220 people signed. Sounds about right. Sounds about right. AW needs to sign another 20 more, 200 more. Why not? That's funny. Cam Scatterby says the WWE is an option after an NFL career. Interesting. Orange Orange Cassidy wants to wrestle Bad Bunny. Luck with that one. WWE retirements in the past 3 months. John Cena, AJ Styles, and Big E. Big E announced that he's done wrestling, pretty much retired. All right, Pat, what you got? I'm shutting up. I hope Micah doesn't have to retire because of her neck injury. So I didn't really see that. I gotta go back and watch that. I didn't realize she had a neck injury. But that's unfortunate. The woman can't stay healthy. The woman can't catch a break. She was probably going to be taking the belt off of Saya. Not something I would want to see, but they love her over there. By they, I mean Taro Okada, so I would not be surprised one bit if the plan was to have Micah defeat Saya at All-Star Grand Queendom. But apparently she's injured. He's got a rough run of injuries. So hopeful that oh my god, this match happened. They did Vinny versus Manami. Okay, I gotta go watch that after this stream. Not no. Ric Flair's old ass allegedly wants to wrestle again. And Charlotte Flair said, no, not happening. Shut it down. Yeah, that'd be weird. We don't need to see 70-year-old men in the ring. Crazy. Anybody who's gonna book that should be ashamed of themselves. Ashamed of themselves. Charlotte Flair met up with Holly Cameron and Anna Jay. Look at these three queens. Anna Jay, Charlotte Flair, the one and only Holly Cameron. I'm going to predict right now all three of these women will be in WWE at one point. Charlotte's already there, of course. Anna Jay in April, whenever her contract's over. And then Holly Cameron, I do believe WWE are interested in her. Could be like another Pussy Green type character, very talented, can make anything happen, very likable, great entertainer. I do believe all three be in the WWE. It's good to see Anna Jay's out there, out and about, living life. Tony Khan refuses to book her because she did not commit to a contract extension or a new contract. So Anna Jay's out there living life. He worked out for WWE at first. Holly Cameron did. Trying to get into WWE at first, but then AEW scooped her up. So her first dream or first attempt was WWE before AEW came around. He had nothing bad to say about WWE. Nothing bad. So we'll see what happens. But it's good to see Anna Jay out there living life. Been out of commission. Ain't nobody politicking over no damn Anna Jay. The way Triple H talks about Io in Unreal, the way Rossi talks about her. Triple H loves fully so. She's amazing, doesn't complain, does her job. She's great. Ricochet was spazzing on Twitter. He sure was. I didn't want to give Ricochet any time or day. He says Sheik. I'm looking at the damn Anna J right now. He was I think some of the stuff he says is to get attention on Twitter and get attention for himself, which is smart. I don't pay it any mind. I don't pay it any mind. What? I ignore Ricochet on Twitter. The Anna J and Harley Cameron were at Radio Row or EA Sports. Live and kicking. Cool. That's cool. It's weird. I have a problem with you talking about yourself. But what was weird was him mentioning other wrestlers, talking about Sami Zayn, talking about Shinsuke and Finn Balor. Don't talk for other wrestlers, especially when they're still in the WWE. Out there saying, "Oh, Finn and Shinsuke's love for wrestling has been like." Why are you talking about other people's name? Like, why are you bringing up other people? Talking about other people's careers, like making things uncomfortable for them while they're still in WWE. That's not right at all. That's terrible to be talking about other people. Talk about yourself. Mention yourself. Don't talk about other wrestlers while they're still in WWE. That doesn't make any sense at all. Tacky. Very tacky. Ricochet. That's very tacky. I don't like that. Don't put other people in your shit. Speak for yourself. Yourself alone. Talking about legacy in wrestling, dude. Shut up. AI, right? Totally AI. This is EO stuff is AI. So weird. Anyway, gotta be careful out there on Twitter. People just taking wrestlers and putting them into AI software. He's learning from Andrade. Andrade kept his mouth shut. I respect. Okay. Anything else? Adrenaline. Oh, Cody Rhodes. Oh, here's a funny one. Chris Statlander said Straplander for some reason. Boy, her Chris Statlander is a great in-ring talent. She's awesome in-ring. Her promos, her character work is well, I'll let you guys be the judge.
You stupid bitch. Now, you get to meet Straplander. Now, you get to meet Straplander. You get to meet Straplander. 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 Straplander.
Straplander? What is going on? What? So the story is because during the segment on Collision, Hecla was whipping her with the belt. She said, "Okay, you get to meet Straplander now. Now the match is going to be a strap match. So it's official. Hecla versus Chris Statlander in a strap match for the I'm gonna say WWE Championship, for the AW Championship." I don't understand what possessed her to say Straplander, but these promos, these segments from her are not great. Sorry to tell you the truth. Great in ring, character work, promo work, not great. Now you get to meet Straplander. Said Straplander. Oralist, that's messed up. Great in ring. I think she's top 3 in ring talent in a. Yeah, Straplander was the last straw. I remember that one time she said she was a born again Christian, as in Chris Statlander. I'm born again Christian. I'm like, what is going on? These promos, man. I agree with you, Mackenzie. They're trying to show more character work from her, more personality. It's not coming off that well. Maybe with some more time, but right now it's kind of cringy sometimes. That's all. But hopefully it'll all work out for her. But I do believe maybe over here soon. I think Tekla will beat her for the belt. I think Tony Khan likes Tekla, her toxicness, so I think Tekla will probably win here soon. But we'll see. A strap match. If it wasn't a strap match, I'd probably be more confident that Tekla wins. But now, with it being a strap match, Chris Statlander won it, might retain. But now, get to meet Straplander. Straplander is crazy. All right, any last questions for Straplander? He needs to evolve. No, she's great in the ring. If she were in WWE, she'd be at the top of NXT. But the mic work just isn't great. That's all. Be top of NXT. But mic work is just not there. Maybe she can develop it with some time, but Straplander. All right, any more questions before I wrap it up here? Enjoy the big game, aka the Super Bowl. That's tonight. I have no rooting interest. What's her name? What name are you talking about? Chris Statlander? AW? Devin Vicaire has better promo than her. Sure, in Spanish. Do a better promo. Japan, in Japan. Japanese, sure. Just doesn't. I just don't buy it. I have a hard time buying her as a top girl. But again, she wrestled her ass off. She can wrestle her ass. What's next for Lyra? She looking buried. Probably a tag team championship match against Rhea and Io, and probably a tag team match against the twins. Probably get Lyra and Bailey against Rhea and Nikki at some point, and then probably a title match. Right now, they're running through title challengers right now. Running through it. Got Julia, Kiana, get Lash, Nia on SmackDown. Might get something on Raw. Probably a mistake. If Rhea Ripley and Io Sky are heading into Mania as tag champions, they should spread it out. So spread out the challenges. Don't do Bailey Lyra right away. Wait a little bit. Maybe Asuka and Kyrie get another shot at the tag titles as well. We'll see. Oh, by the way, AAA is great. Taker doing a great job with AAA, but he has great talent to work with. great in-ring talent. The show is always fun. It's just an hour long. Always fun. Is always they're always entertaining. This morning I tweeted about Grande Americano against the original Grande Americano. I think that match should happen in Mexico. One, they'll appreciate it more. Two, I believe the heel should lose. And right now, in Mexico, Kaiser is the face and Gable is the heel. So if the heel is going to lose, which they should lose with the mask versus mask match, I think the heel should be losing in Mexico, which means I think it should be Kaiser going over Gable in Mexico. Let the crowd cheer. Let the crowd cheer when the mask is ripped off, and then you can do Chad Gable against Andrade Americano in America at Mania. So I would have Mexico mask versus mask match for main event before Mania. Have Kaiser go over, unmask Chad Gable, and then in the WWE or America where Chad Gable is the face, and if you have Chad Gable taking on Grand Americano, and he beats him at Mania. You have the best of both worlds. You have your cake and eat it too. The new Grand Americano winning in Mexico, and the old one, aka Chad Gable, winning at Mania. I figured it out. That makes the most sense. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. The contrast between Gable's heat and Kaiser's cheers last night was something else. Yes, they love Kaiser. They hate Gable because he's a fraud, right? He's a fraud one. So yeah, it's kind of crazy how the dynamic completely switches, America versus in Mexico, and that's fun. They can work with that. Have your cake and eat it too. Have Chad Gable lose the mask in Mexico, but have him win afterwards at Mania. Want to do that at Mania? So yeah, they should do both. But it's kind of crazy how he's over in Mexico but booed in America. Kaiser, that is. So they should keep that up. It's good shit. Flipped. It's so cool. They could use that. I do want to get back to Chad Gable proper. I want the mask versus mask match to happen sooner rather than later. I want to get back to Chad Gable proper, Let Kaiser have the entire Grand Americano gimmick. He owns it. He speaks Spanish. They love him over there. He's perfect for it. Let him have it. Chad Gable go back to not Alpha Academy, but Team Gable. Bring back the Creeds. Get back with Ivy Nile. Go, I wouldn't mind Gable winning the Money in the Bank. What's up, Jerry? Kaiser is wearing the Mexican flag in America while Gable is wearing American colors in Mexico. Yeah. Was Kaiser always wearing Mexican flag in Mexico? Was he always wearing the green and the red? I don't remember, but either way, he's over there. He's over. Like Rover, so. Not at first, yeah. That's what I thought. Yeah, I love what they're doing with both of them right now. Makes sense to do the Grande against El Grande. That makes Ole. I think that's probably it. Can't think of anything else beyond. And Lola Vice won the mixed tag with what's his face? Mr. Iguana. So good for her. Apparently Chelsea Green got injured. Apparently Chelsea could not make the flight over there to Mexico because she's injured, which sucks. Goes out, shows out in that triple threat match. Now she's injured. She had a good showing, I thought. Did a good job in that triple threat. And now she's out for probably like weeks. Who knows? But yeah, she did not get to defend her championship. Called in and said, "Hey, Ethan, I'm out. Sorry." Was it during the coast to coast? They should stop doing the coast to coast because this keep getting injured. People just keep getting injured. Seth Rollins got injured doing his coast to coast move with his shoulder. He got injured with the coast to coast drop kick. Stop doing the coast to coast moves. That leap, this human body is not supposed to jump that far in that wide. So just stop doing that because it's causing injuries. They should stop with the coast to coast stuff, or at least for a while. Just take a break from it. Especially if you don't have that natural athleticism, don't even do that. It's causing injuries. When the body is jumping a far distance, it's high impact, injuries happen. Just stop with the coast to coast stuff. That's what I think. Any other campaigning for Starlight Kid to end up WWE eventually. Campaigning for her to end up in WWE, where she belongs. Don't tell the Stardom stands this, but it's where she belongs. Let her cook. I always say this: there's only one Io Sky. There's only one Io Sky. But if you force me to pick the closest approximation to Io, it'll be Starlight Kid. I think that if I'm WWE, can't get Saya. You probably can't. I'm going hard in the paint for Starlight Kid because I fits the WWE mold very good, very very well. So Azumi and Sherry go to AW. WWE, you make sure call the kid. Make sure she is aware that she's great. Great. It was a move to the outside. Just got injured. The crossbody. Go back and watch that. What am I watching right now? What is this? What is this? She's diving from the top rail. Drink of water. Hurry up. She's going to dive. You're gonna miss the. Oh my goodness, he missed the table completely. What a disaster. What a disaster. He missed the table completely. How do you miss that bad? He didn't even try to jump. He missed the table. Ah. What am I watching? What is this? What is this? Matthew just knocked himself out. Matthew Justice? That's a fail if I've ever seen one. Missed the table. Oh my gosh, it's horrendous. That's how you break a ankle or something like that's terrible. All right, enough's enough. Thank you guys for watching the stream. Hopefully this upcoming week is better than last week. Thought the shows overall was fine, but I'm worried about the booking of the show. Don't worry about the storytelling going forward. Do me a favor, hit like, subscribe if you're not subscribed. I will talk to you guys on Twitter. Later.